Hello, hello, all out there. It is us again here at the Cheap Pop Podcast, where people give opinions. And who knows? Who cares? See how many of you are watching respond. But we're going to give them anyway. All right. So, as
Because you
always,
can't stop us.
pretty much. Um, we don't work for a network, so low ratings mean nothing to us. Anyway, we'll
We've
say
seen what makes you people cheer. Your boos mean nothing to us.
hey. That's wild but true. Wild but true. Well, I'll say that as always, I'm here with my co-host Dave Roomscrier, host of the Night Shift. What's up, brother? We're to be joined eventually by the Saint, host of NBT Fusion and NBT Deuce, as well as NBT.
We gotta give the Saint a little bit more time to get his body in motion. You know, he's at that age where he just can't quite
uh, yeah.
Sunday morning.
You kind of give the leeway. Anyway, all right. So,
hey, if Smack Talking ensures that he gets on here earlier, just to make sure to curb the Smack Talking, I'm all for it.
Right on. Well, I'll say, I'm saying, yeah, it's a good warm up. Then he comes in and yeah. Anyway, so I think that the Saint is late because he knew I was going to have some really hard pop culture quiz questions this week. And he didn't want to take part in it. We are going to the world of wrestling for the first pop culture quiz question. That question will be at WrestleMania 3 in 1987. This is why I say it's difficult. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat defeated Macho Man Randy Savage. Ooh, the cream of the crop for the Intercontinental Championship.
No. I'm just laughing because I saw a video because it's Ren Fair season in the fall, and somebody posted a live video of Macho Man Randy Shakespeare going through a Ren Fair and doing Shakespearean quotes as Macho Man.
Oh my goodness.
For his eyes have bewitched mine fair Elizabeth.
The question is, what was the exact match time recorded for this bout? Think about it for a minute. I told you they're going to be difficult today. And we'll jump into our first
There's difficult, and then there's esoteric to the point that nobody cares.
There's emotional damage. Stephen Hebrew, I'll give you all the credit. That is one of the funniest bits I've seen in a while. All right, so guys, word has it around the rumor mill, you ain't heard it in reference to In Living Color. You ain't heard it from me, but Netflix is considering putting in a bid to buy Warner Brothers Discovery.
Mm-hmm.
Netflix is considering buying Warner Brothers
Discovery.
I just want that to sit with people for a minute.
Sit and let's do,
Warner Brothers Discovery is like one of the biggest movie production companies in Hollywood for like the past decade or two.
Mm-hmm.
Easy.
Yep.
And Netflix is considering that.
But here is the thing about these entertainment company mergers. Okay, first of all, Netflix is going to be going through an investment bank to make the purchase offer. So it's not necessarily about who's got the more money.
Yeah.
It's who can generate the most capital and really who has the bigger brand recognition. At this point, I will give that edge to Netflix.
Worldwide, I believe over 4 million subscribers, if not more.
Yeah,
worldwide.
A lot of people don't realize that Um, Disney didn't actually buy Pixar.
Right.
Pixar leveraged a buyout of Disney with the help and funding of Apple via
Okay.
Steve Jobs.
Okay.
Okay, but you're not going to call it Pixar Disney, even though you're not even going to call it Apple Disney, because Disney is the brand.
Right.
Okay,
No,
so
I get you. I get you.
yeah, so that's how these things go in there. So I think that it'd be good. Let's face it, Warner Brothers Discovery is being run like a chicken with its head cut off. Okay, they slash all, and it's because of David Zaslav, the current CEO, because he was cutting funding for new projects. He was cutting funding left and right. He was canceling classic Warner Brothers content like Looney Tunes, just to make sure that they had space and funds for Zaslav's favorite subject, which is reality TV shows. He's the one that turned Discovery Channel from an actually interesting content program from the people that brought us Shark Week and Mythbusters into low scale reality. Here comes Honey Boo Boo crap, because it's cheap to produce and it's pure the lowest common denominator fodder. There's nothing to think about. There's no worry about not having an audience for it. There's no risk involved. It's a total win for it from an NBA perspective.
Well, and here's the thing where I agree with you 100% is that from a money making perspective, money drives all, especially in reality TV. I give you the MTV's The Real World for an example. Yeah. I've used this example for over a decade. The original first 3 seasons of The Real World were epic. They were exactly what they were advertised to be, a social experiment, and they were really good. Once MTV realized they could almost triple their viewership by doing shows about college kids in every other day and getting into arguments and romantic relationships and all the BS that happens, and they work together. And like, you know what I'm saying? And you got the confessionals.
Yeah. And it became scripted reality.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like pro wrestling. Yeah. It's sports entertainment, because it's not, yes, the by and large, the results are pre-scripted, but that doesn't take away from the action that happens. And that's why reality shows, they go for the absolute biggest controversies, the shock value, the stuff that people tune into, the Jerry Springer stuff, because basically people are watching and it's like, well, my truck may be in the shop, my wife left me, my dog just died, but thank God I'm not a cross-dressing midget who's in love with their.
I actually do. I actually used to say that about one of my exes. I won't mention her name, but she used to love to watch Maury and Steve Wilkos and Jerry Springer, and I always looked at it from the perspective that she loved these shows. Don't get me wrong. I've enjoyed my episode of Jerry Springer. The shit can be hilarious. And once I realized Jerry was he was trying to be ridiculous, it made it even more
fun. Yeah, but
I could just lean into that.
Right, but when you grew up on say Phil Donahue in there,
Ricky Lake, stuff like that.
Right. But even after Ricky Lake, Donahue and early Oprah were fantastic. They were informative. They weren't exploitive.
Right. And so I look at it And but no, I looked at it and I looked at her one day and I said, I think I know why you watch this. And she's like, what? I was like, your life isn't exactly where you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
So watching what these people are going through doesn't makes you not feel as bad about yourself.
Exactly.
Makes you think, you know what, at least my life's all right. Like my life could be worse. I could be on Jerry Springer. I could be on Steve Wilkos. Right. I could be arguing with somebody over who my baby daddy is. But,
and that's and that's why reality shows now, they deliberately cast for conflict. That's what they do. It's not an organic process. They want the drama.
And don't get me started on these court cases. I used to love watching, don't get me wrong, I love watching Judge Judy, Judge Joe Brown. Like, I think he's retired, but a lot of them have great personalities. I love watching the show. But here's the problem that I have with it. When I found out one day that basically, even if you lose the case, right, the show pays whatever the judge deems whatever for you. It was like, okay, so basically you're going on the show to wipe out a debt.
And there's no way
the show's going to pay it off.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if you're going in, you're really not going to go in and defend yourself, because even if you go in and defend yourself, you're not, you know what I'm saying?
There's no way you can lose.
Right.
Either way, your debt's gone. Yeah.
And so it's just one of those type of things where it's like, when I found that out, it's just like with reality TV. Like I brought this up to a friend of mine the other day with Survivor, one of the most popular. My dad used to try to get me to watch that for 15 years.
Yeah.
The day I found out that there's basically a base camp on the other side of the island from where they're at. Now, understand, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing.
Right.
I'm just saying, for me, it breaks the disillusion of Survivor.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I understand completely. Yeah.
And not to be too like over the top graphic, not over the top graphic in a bad way like that, but like I envisioned it like, if you remember, there was a movie that came out that had Stone Cold Steve Austin in it in the first one. I believe it had Randy Orton in it in the second one. But they were on this island where they were dropped off, and it was like 14 people dropped off on this island, and they just had cameras all over the island. Mm. And they were like, the one that survives wins $1 million or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what I thought Survivor would be. It's like, not necessarily to that extent where people run around with submachine guns like that. No, but just like, look, we're going to drop you each off with a kind of survival kit full of shit. As you guys fall off, we'll come back and get you. You know, but there you go. And then I was like, nobody would be willing to take on that liability.
Which
somebody out there, and
which actually reminds me, I need to go see the remake of The Running Man. That's getting some pretty good reviews.
Yeah, I've been seeing the commercials. It looks pretty sick.
Let's I think we've gone on enough tangents and vamped out for a while. So,
but
Netflix, what we got next?
Well, fuck Netflix. No, I'm just playing. I want to say, but it's according to multiple sources. Keanu Reeves and Tim Miller are teaming up together for a new sci-fi film called Shiver.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of, it's in negotiations to be acquired by Warner Brothers.
Yep.
So, said to be what type of movie? Plot and tone of film is described as a high concept blend with tonal shades of Edge of Tomorrow and The Shallows. Blake Lively shark survival.
Yep.
The story reportedly centers on his luck, down on his luck smuggler. Yeah, who while on a job in Caribbean Sea finds himself caught in a deadly double cross. He is soon surrounded by hostile mercenaries and sharks. Must find a way to break free from the deadly time loop that forces him to relive the dangerous scenario repeatedly.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna see Keanu Reeves die a lot.
Yep.
Hello, Tracy 69 Triple X. What's up?
Hey. Yeah, I mean, it's some people just want to watch Keanu Reeves die. I mean,
well, I say it like this. One of my friends always says the reason why he loves Edge of Tomorrow is because he gets to watch Tom Cruise die over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So anybody that wants to see Ted from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure die a bunch of times.
It's Neo from The Matrix.
Oh no! It's John Wick, sir. It's John Wick. That man has had too many iconic roles.
Yep.
Uh, the one I think is one of his most underrated outside of this movie, because I think he's going to end up being a badass in this movie. But is 47 Ronin? I think it was called.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was like, yeah, bro. Like he acted his ass off in that movie. Because he has no business. He had no business being in that role. It's like, no offense to him, but he had no business being in that role.
Yep.
So what are your thoughts on Keanu and Tim? Where are we supposed to know Tim Miller from anyway? Oh, from Deadpool.
Director of Deadpool franchise. Yep.
Okay.
So yeah.
Any thoughts?
Tim Miller. I mean, I'll wait for the trailer to see it. We'll kind of see what's going on with it. It may be interesting. It may not. We'll see.
Oh, if we know one thing, Keanu Reeves will be Keanu Reeves in the movie.
Yep.
He always is. Like, and what's funny is he's as, I hate to say it like this, monochromic as he has been in his roles sometimes. He very rarely ever gets criticized for it.
Yeah, he does have range. It's not great he has a wide range.
Yeah.
Not superlative.
Right, not a high skill level. Not great at all.
Yeah, but he's very. You're never going to not be entertained by Keanu Reeves.
Very true.
You may not be entertained by the writing, directing, and co-stars, but Keanu Reeves will not fail to entertain.
Not fail. Can't argue with that. All right, so let's get back before we close out this segment and jump into Pop Culture Corner to that question. At WrestleMania 3, take a wild guess, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat defeated Macho Man Randy Savage for the Intercontinental Championship. What was the exact time for this battle?
Wasn't it supposed to be? Wasn't it like 17 seconds? No, that's Sheamus. That's Sheamus Daniel Bryan.
That's Sheamus over Daniel Bryan. Yeah.
No clue.
No clue. The time was 14 minutes and 35 seconds was the answer we were looking for. 14 minutes and 35 seconds. Oh, no, that's a damn good match as far as length. Like, all right. So let's jump into...
I mean, now we're getting 20, 30-minute matches that are, great, but they're that long because main event Jey Uso is in there. It takes him 10 minutes to get down the walk.
As long as the fans are loving his entrance.
Exactly. I mean, I will not yeet, but I will bob my head along to it. Yeah, that's the extent of my rhythm capability.
I hate to say this to my rhythmless friends, arms straight. Don't bend them like this, like that. That's not yeeting. I don't know what that is. That's alligator scratches. Arms out, yeet. Stiff arm, like you Derrick Henry, stiff arm. All right, so I'll let that laugh take us into. All right. So first up in Pop Culture Corner, we will be, you know what? Let's go ahead and give this shout out right away. Remembering this, man, right here. I can Checky Cario.
Checky Cario.
Yes. Let me see.
Yep. Best known as Bob in the original Luc Besson La Femme Nikita. He was the main agent who recruited Nikita and trained her.
Okay. Just so people know what you're talking
Fouché in Bad Boys.
Yeah, Fouché. The
Yep.
dude, the bad dude. Yeah.
Yep.
You're
Russian
fucking
defense
up my timeline.
Russian Defense Minister Dmitry Mishkin in Goldeneye. Let's see. And very early, there's a French film called The Bear, where he was playing the hunter. Think of it like 1980s French cinema version of The Reverend without the bestiality.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Without the
So
bestiality, I'll be
he was one of those guys of the late 80s, early 90s that
yeah.
you would see him in stuff. It's like, I know that guy. So usually
Oh, he
he's
played
playing.
the Patriot. I didn't know that. Oh, Kiss of the Dragon. Who did he play in Kiss of the Dragon? That's that Jet Li movie.
Yeah, hang on a second.
He has over 100 film and TV credits.
Yep.
He was also a talented musician and art and songwriter who released 2 albums, Celine Queno Unique and Credo.
Yeah.
His final projects included roles in. Okay, go on. What were you saying?
IMDb says that he played Richard in Kiss of the Dragon.
I'm trying to remember who Richard was.
Yeah.
Huh. Right on. He's kind of like the Morgan Freeman of Russian people.
Well, European acting in there, yeah. Yeah. 140 credits on IMDb, most of them various European countries. Cinema,
TV shows and stuff.
French, TV shows, French productions, Italian, Russian, what have you. So yeah, but it's kind of. Hang on a second, I want to take a look at another. But he got a lot of stereotypes in there.
But there was working stereotypes back in Hollywood back then. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it sucks to do that.
Right.
But while you're looking that up, real quick, I'm going to go ahead and drop the next pop culture quiz question.
Right.
In 1983, Harley Race lost the NWA World Heavyweight Championship to Ric Flair at which major event, marking Flair's second reign? Okay, so yes.
Like I was about to say, he was one of those guys where Al Leong is going to be the greatest henchman that ever henched. Jerome Cobb, if he shows up, he's going to be the guy who's betraying the main character, like The Fugitive, Clear and Present Danger, stuff like that. Yeah. So, yeah, that's for Shecky Carlo.
Okay.
All right. So, moving on. Kev?
Oh, sorry. I was checking something out because our next stop is top pop culture news for the week.
Yes.
This week, one story that I thought should come up big here is MTV's long-running clip show Ridiculousness was canceled after 46 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
How many seasons do they do a year? Because I know they ain't been on for 46. The Ridiculousness has not been on TV since.
I think it's basically been on for like 20 something years, but they get like 2 or 3 seasons. They're like the exact opposite of the British TV system, where that joke from The Good Place says, "Oh yes, I remember it. Very popular show. It ran for 20 years. We got 4 seasons out of it."
Yeah. No problem. We'll see you when you get here, Saint.
Yeah.
He's in the chat room. Want to say, but yeah, like, yeah. I think about like Doctor Who. Like, how many seasons is Doctor Who?
It's kind of difficult to say because it's not defined by seasons. It's defined by
doctors.
By doctors and also eras, because there's everything that came before the end of Sylvester McCoy's run, Seventh Doctor. That's when BBC put the axe to it after like 30 something years in there. Longest running non soap TV series in history, and non variety like Saturday Night Live. Then there was the Fox Interregium. You remember that Doctor Who movie that came out on Fox with Paul McGann? And glad to see that Paul McGann was able to redeem himself in various Doctor Who projects over the years. And then there was the current Russell T Davies era reboot, where they started renumbering the seasons. So Christopher Eccleston was season 1, David Tennant began with season 2, et cetera, et cetera. And it's a little bit more conforming to the American 1 season equals 1 year. So I think like Shruti Gatwa was season 14, 15.
Okay.
Yeah, they're still keeping the numbering. So yes, the 11th Doctor, the 10th. I can't even remember the numbering because they've screwed around with it so much. When Christopher Eccleston started, he was he's now the 10th Doctor, but the first season.
Okay. All right.
Confused you won't be after this episode of Soap.
All right. Not Soap. Oh my goodness. That was one of my favorite ones. All right. So American Horror Story has announced that season 13 will have an announced cast of Ariana Grande and also Jessica Lange. Yay for them. Yay.
Jessica Lange has always been fantastic.
Yeah.
On American Horror Story especially.
And then Neve Campbell is confirmed to return as Sidney Prescott in the official trailer for Scream 7.
The stab for more money?
Yeah. Like, look. Tell me this. Either the series ends when they figure out what the fuck keeps making everybody go crazy in that town, or everywhere that Sidney Prescott or Jenna Ortega character is, or Sidney Prescott needs to die and that's the end of it.
Or Kill Sidney Prescott is the secret villain of Scream all along and causing all the murders.
I think that would be too obvious of a
I know, but we're talking about a franchise that jumped the shark like 4 movies back or so.
I agree. It should have ended after 3. Actually, it should have ended after 2.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, but then again, horror genre, they've got a long-standing tradition of pumping out horror franchise films long past the freshness date.
I think if you get rid of Freddy's Dead and replace it with New Nightmare, that was a decent set. Or get rid of like everything post Dream Warriors all the way up to New Nightmare. Just get rid of
or Friday the 13th.
Yeah, well, everything after the first one, just get rid of it all. Like just
Halloween.
Halloween
may manage to do a course correction after 3, but it's just kind of like we're losing the plot here, folks.
It was more about the deaths, but all of those, including Hellraiser, all of them had their moment in the sun, where it was about was how gruesome can you make these murders.
Right.
Like I remember for a minute in Jason, it was like, how bad you're taking. Jason literally takes somebody, stuffs them in a duffel bag or something like that, or a sleeping bag or whatever,
it was a sleeping bag,
slams them up against a tree until they die. Like, who the hell thinks of it? Like,
it's that Jason X, that's where that was, because it was a virtual reality simulation that they lured Jason into. But it's just franchises. A lot of it gets back to the most money for the cheapest cost with the most guaranteed views. And at some point, the original creators get divested of what they've created and just put up their hands and say, just toss me my royalty check. I don't care anymore.
Like, 100%. They have to stop milking these things for everything that they can, which is what they end up doing. Like,
exactly.
Like Saw.
That's all that. Saw. Jesus.
The Saw movies. Saw 1 could have been the last movie in that entire lineup, and it would have went down as one of the most epic fucking horror movies ever created. And then they had to go get on that shark and just keep jumping it and just keep jumping it.
Yeah, I've only seen one Saw movie, and just to confirm my suspicions about the franchise, it's like, this is torture porn. Nothing to it but watching people in agony. This is just faces of death. Let's be honest here.
Pretty much. Also, Nine Inch Nails released the soundtrack for Tron Ares. I think I might actually go pick that up, or at least download it on Spotify. Their first under the band's name in some time. Jeremy Allen White's portrayal of Bruce Springsteen in the biopic Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere, is receiving lots of acclaim. Any thoughts, Dave, on the Nine Inch Nails soundtrack for Tron?
I mean, let's face it, they are the iconic cyberpunk band.
Oh yeah.
And Tron was the original cyberpunk film. Matrix is the icon now, but it was.
Well, I was thinking, would Blade Runner?
And Blade Runner, yes.
Yeah, well, I was like, would Blade Runner fit into that category? But definitely, I think that the mixture of Tron and Nine Inch Nails is a good.
It's really perfect, and Trent Reznor is a fantastic musician, and more than that,
really enough credit.
He's humble.
Yeah,
I mean, he is. Sure, he has his arrogant moments, but then he also has his moments like Johnny Cash's cover of Hurt, which is so insanely personal to Trent Reznor. That was his telling of his story at the beginning of his career in there. And everything that he was finding hollow about achieving stardom and achieving success. And once Johnny Cash released his version, Trent just said, that's it. This is a Johnny Cash song now. Just saying.
Nine Inch Nails fans still like Trent's version.
Oh yeah, because it's still fantastic.
Oh yeah. Johnny's was definitely amazing. There was another Johnny Cash song that they used. I believe it was Johnny Cash. Ain't No Grave, I believe, is the name of the song, but they used it as the Undertaker's theme song for a very long time, and it was amazing. It grilled that song into my head
because it's just absolutely perfect for Undertaker's aesthetic.
Yes, 100%. All right, so last thing, we'll move on to the MCU news of the week. There we go. All right. New cast member Trammell Trillin was coy when asked if he'd be playing a villain, simply asking, "Who says I'm playing a villain?" I forget which movie he's supposed to be a part of.
Travis Flamel?
Or Trammell Tillman.
Travis Tamel Trillman. Okay, hold on.
No, not Travis, just Trammell Tillman.
Tillman. Okay.
Yeah. On another note, while you're looking that up, Lewis Pullman also confirmed that he has completed his scenes as Sentry for the upcoming film.
Yeah. Which was really a great point of Thunderbolts. I mean, he did a really good job in there. Okay. Yeah, he's going to be in Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Nice.
With in a unannounced role in there. He said, "Who says I'm playing a villain?" Was that his line? Who says I'm playing a villain?
Yeah.
I could see him. Now let's see. How old is he? 85. Okay, so he's too old to play Miles Morales. I could see him playing. Okay, since we know that Tombstone is confirmed, I could see him playing Robbie.
Really? Who is Robbie?
Robbie Robertson, city editor at the Daily Planet.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, I can see him playing that.
Yeah, Peter's actual friend at the planet when JJ's yelling at him. Yeah. So yeah, I can see him doing that. Because remember when Tombstone was introduced in the comics, he was Robbie's high school bully that tormented him and tried to get him into the gang. And Tombstone's first major storyline was setting Robbie up for, I think it was either a murder rap or a drug charge. He framed Robbie for that, and so it took Peter to. Robbie was in prison for a while, and Peter had to prove that Robbie wasn't the one who did it. Yeah, so I think that's a good way, because I need to know. I need to compare him to who's playing Tombstone. Oh, that's right. We just talked about it. Dude who played Tobias Whale in Black Lightning.
Crondon. Marvin.
Marvin Jones III.
Yeah, Marvin Jones III. Yeah.
Not to be cruel, but Tobias Whale and Tombstone are the two roles that he was literally born to play.
Have you watched the Halo series on Netflix?
No, I haven't yet.
He's actually in that. Like he's cool. Actually he plays a blind fucking soldier. He's fucking dope as hell. Awesome.
Okay.
But there was rumors flying around this week as well. Now they've been shot down, but I want to get your thoughts on this because I think the dude might make a pretty good T'Challa. There's talk that his name.
That could be possible too. Although I see in the summary that you had, there's speculation that Damson Idris is going to be because he was escorting Angela Bassett to the Marvel Vogue event. So there's rumors.
When asked about it, according to when asked about it by Time 100, he said no.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
I think he would make a good Black Panther. I think he'd fit the look. As long as they didn't try to make him like the actual T'Challa.
Now, but now here's the thing though. We don't know. I mean, we know Avengers Doomsday is coming.
Right.
And we know that the Fantastic Four are going to be a part of it, and the X-Men are going to be part of it, and we're going to have all these different universes
crashing together,
crashing into the 616.
Yeah.
Okay, what if he plays T'Challa, but from a Marvel universe where
T'Challa
didn't die, and he's like one of the first forerunners all these incursions into the 616.
That would be pretty interesting.
That would be in other words, it's like T'Challa, he's in his, and he arrives in the T'Challa from Earth whatever arrives in the 616. He's looking around. It's all familiar but different at the end of Brand New Day.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can go with that.
Yeah. And so it's just to set up, like, once everything in the Doomsday and Secret Wars duology gets sorted out and we get a unified timeline, this is our T'Challa from here on out.
This is our T'Challa. All right.
This is how we're mixing everything in here.
We'll keep our fingers crossed. All right, with the little bit of time we got left for Pop Culture Corner, let's go on ahead and dive into DC news for the week.
Yes. Oh, one thing, just because it just came out, Absolute Batman annual continues Batman's never-ending fight against white supremacists, because there was a Batman years ago that has Batman kicking some white supremacist ass, and Absolute Batman annual #1 has a 2-page splash panel of Batman giving a white supremacist a compound fracture of the elbow.
Dang.
Grab the wrist, palm strike to the elbow that breaks the whatever the what
that breaks whatever bones that are
the main arm bone. The larger arm bone. Why am I blanking on this? I'm a biologist. So I could have gone to med school, folks. Really. But yeah, and just boom, coming through the skin. It was glorious.
So it says that the top DCU news for this week includes production updates on the upcoming Clayface movie, which is just finished production, or finished filming, and is in post-production, and the Lanterns TV series, and new details regarding Supergirl and Man of Tomorrow. So let's dive in. Clayface finished filming today, so we're probably giving it another year before it's actually out. They might have to do reshoots.
Scheduled for release on September 11th, 2026. Why that date to release a body horror film?
All right.
Sorry. That's
and let's see.
That's almost as bad as the premiere of 24 having to be delayed because the pilot episode was all about airline bombing.
Dang. Yeah.
And it was coming out right after September 11th. Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
Okay. So here we go.
Yeah.
It goes Lanterns. We're getting closer to a solid date here. It says reports suggest that the highly anticipated Lanterns HBO series may be released after the Supergirl movie in 2026 rather than before it. What's up?
Which is also coming out 2026.
Right. Before it, as originally rumored. Showrunner Chris Mundy has also revealed details on how Jon Stewart's powers will differ from Hal Jordan's powers.
Because Jon Stewart ate his power ring to become one of them. Everyone forgets this. during the Mosaic limited event, John
Uh-huh.
Stewart's involved. He's in charge. He's a Green Lantern for this patchwork planet that it's planets that have been wiped out, but they still have extant civilizations. So
Yeah.
they all get put on what's called Mosaic World, and John Stewart's the sheriff. John Stewart just realized that the if the ring allows you to do anything, you can internalize the ring, and he took his ring off and nom 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 nom, and he didn't have to wear his ring ever again. That was in the
Wow.
80s. He was just pure, yeah, pew pew pew.
Wow. That's insane. Well, I hope we don't get to see that on TV. Like it can happen off camera. They can just tell us about it later. Well, say also we got Superman, the Supergirl movie. We've been told will address a certain retcon. David Krumholtz, who plays Kara's father, Zor-El, stated in an interview that Supergirl movie will remain very true to the Woman of Tomorrow graphic novel.
Yeah.
And will address the controversial retcon introduced in the 2025 Superman film. What
Yeah.
retcon was that?
The idea that Krypton wasn't this benevolent society, and that Superman was actually sent to Earth to conquer it and rule over it.
So Superman is closer to a Viltrumite than he is.
Yes.
Pure an essence of good.
Yeah. And the cool thing is that, it's kind of controversial, but it's not like it hasn't been hinted at or even delved into in Superman media. I mean, General freaking Zod. I mean, come on. Military dictator.
Evil Kryptons. Go ahead.
Yeah. And My Adventures with Superman, the really fantastic animated series on HBO Max. It deals with the fact that Krypton was an uber powerful expansionistic empire that had to be destroyed because it reached its plateau. And so Brainiac just straight up killed it.
Yeah. Well, again, I will say this to the day I die. My favorite version of Brainiac is the one from Supergirl, the CW show.
Yeah. Check out My Adventures of Superman. Or no, sorry, Harley Quinn, because Brainiac shows up in the most recent season, voiced by Stephen Fry, and he is so freaking hilarious. Having this neurotic OCD Brainiac
version of Brainiac. That's kind of what he was on Supergirl, kind of.
Yeah.
All right. So pre-production for Man of Tomorrow still continues. James Gunn shared a photo of storyboards for the Superman sequel, officially titled Man of Tomorrow, confirming that pre-production is well underway for the 2027 release. The film is expected to begin filming next spring. Yeah. I personally am excited for this. Like, Superman impressed me. I'm looking forward. Creature Commandos, I love. Can't wait for Lanterns. So let's rock.
I know. And everyone is trying to tear down the James Gunn's DC universe. It's like, oh, well, Superman really didn't make that much money compared to Man of Steel. He actually lost money. When Warner Brothers Discovery gets bought out, they're going to toss out James Gunn and restore the Snyderverse and that.
This is more comic accurate than any of the movies that Zack Snyder did.
Exactly.
These movies, the few movies and shows that we've seen have been more faithful to the comics than anything that Zack Snyder put together.
Absolutely.
So.
I just thought of a meme I need to create today. You know that you've seen Creature Commandos, right?
Yeah.
You know that stare that G.I. Robot gets when he says, That's exactly what a Nazi would say.
Let's say, yeah.
I'm going. I need to create that meme as a standard reply to everyone doing all the James Gunn bashing whenever I encounter it, and just like that's exactly what a Snyder bot would say.
All right, so finally we found an update that the Waller series is still in development. Gunn confirmed that the Waller series, starring Viola Davis, is still moving forward with writers actively developing scripts. The storyline will connect events across Superman, Peacemaker Season 2, and Man of Tomorrow. Maybe that's where we'll find out what the hell happened to Chris, considering they said there's probably not going to be any more seasons of Peacemaker.
Yeah.
All right. So that wraps us up for our DC talk for the day. Hopefully Saint will be able to join us for the wrestling talk if his connection issues stop. And let's get to that pop culture quiz question that you have no clue about. In 1983, Harley Race lost the NWA World Heavyweight Championship to Ric Flair. Woo! At which major event that made stars for Flair's second reign?
I'm going to maybe WrestleMania?
Unfortunately, no. The NWA Championship has never been defended.
NWA, yeah. Gotcha. Okay.
Starrcade 83, a Flair for the gold.
I see what they did there.
Yeah. All right. So that's it for us for this first part of the show, guys. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about the results of Saturday night's event and give an official update given to us by about Mike Rotunda.
Mike Rotunda's daughter corrected all the rumors going on about him. And it's not great, but it's better than what all the speculation was.
Right.
Yeah. So
all right. Yep. So coming up after the break, we got SmackDown Alley, and then we got Video Game Talk, which we have a packed roster for Video Game Talk. So be sure to join us for that. This is the Cheap Pop Podcast. I'm Dark Lord 100. That's Rome Skyer. Hopefully we get this thing in here. We're out.
Yeah.
We back at it. Yep, we still doing it. Poetic beat. First GenXers. Gia. Let's go. We back to kitchen. With the same, dropping these beats won't stop, nope I can't. Let me get up in the lab, turn it up, game on with the first GenXers. What's up? Let's flip on switch. I'm clowning. Let me clear my throat for a minute. Knock the muffle while I'm. It ain't nothing but love, it's babe business. I really don't know what's so who ain't feeling this. And this is only the beginning. Now versus then, this is something for the chillin'. Poetic got the joints like McDonald's. This is the first GenXers production. Get your PlayStations out, Xbox out, get your Switch out. Let's get it in, y'all. It's the first.
Talk to me, so you can see. Tide is high, but I'm moving on. One, two, Prince kneel before you. That's all. Come a chameleon. You come and go. You come. You gotta keep it. Keep it, you got to keep it love life. You keep it, you got to keep it love life.
Comes right after the struggle. crib. I'm thankful the most high. Let me see all before I'm judge me. I'ma stay on my shit. I'm button shit. Make it do something. No what's for me. Cause I'm a loose cannon. I get to choose camera, switch it up, look up a new banner. Keep smoking on that banner.
So we're gonna get to talking some NBA free agency. The Dolphins trade Jalen Ramsey. Anyway, so we'll start out with
They say that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But the definition of beauty is distorted. Yeah. Come on. Searching for yourself, so insecure about the way you look, so you go to Miami. You can't find the love within yourself.
All right, and we are back. That was our nice little promo block there. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And we got some stuff to talk about here. Because, you know, we'll start off. Did you get a chance to watch Raw this week? Or SmackDown?
I did watch Raw. Just missed the PLE, but I know the main highlights.
All right, so then let's dig in with Raw to start out with for first. But before we do that, we have to. All right. SmackDown alley. Mm-hmm. Let's open up with the events of Monday Night Raw, and then we'll jump on over to what you call before what I felt was an epic match at Saturday night's main event. We had Jey Uso and CM Punk face off. Wasn't one of Uso's best promos,
no,
but it was a pretty good one. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean it I think that Jay's promos where he plays frustrated, it just kind of, there's frustrated and then there's histrionics. And Jay just kind of switches. He portrays frustration as histrionics,
right?
Where he takes what everyone else does. I mean, you notice that his voice register gets higher, and it just doesn't come off the same way that like a CM Punk frustration, a Seth Rollins frustration,
right,
all the way back through history. It doesn't quite work. It doesn't hit the same.
Right.
It's like, yeah,
and that's the thing with him.
I'm gonna make him on there.
Like, well, I'll say that's the thing with Jay. Jay's not really the type of guy that's going to end up winning you over with his promo.
Right.
Jay's energy is a lot of what gets him over with
exactly. Yeah.
He definitely has the energy and the attitude that the kids love. So and, you know, adults too. So I think if he just relaxes more into himself, like he is when he's working with his brother, I think Jay is gonna clean that up.
Yeah.
I mean,
like I said, I don't yeet, but when I'm watching Raw, I'm, you know, and day one ish comes on, I'm like, I'm cruising and bopping to that. But
it makes you move your feet.
Yeah, exactly. And not just the musical, but just Jay's energy, and you know, fantastic that he puts himself out there for the kids in the crowd, the way that you don't really see on in the roster currently.
Right.
You know, I'm not saying that the rest of the roster are a-holes to the kids, but they don't get out and mingle, specifically get the kids on camera, the way that Jay does, because he wants
grabs kids out the crowd.
Exactly. He wants that. He wants them to, you know, feel all the energy and, you know, feel all that. But then, you know, it's like he goes from, yo, hit my music, oos, to this is my life we're talking about.
Yeah, like I say, he's not a great character actor. I don't expect to see him in Hollywood anytime soon. He'll get better. He'll get better.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so
really
we also
great.
Really great. We also got to experience the blessing that is Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss defend their tag team titles against Lyra Valkyria and Bayley. After the match, the Kabuki Warriors attacked all four women.
Yeah.
Hinting at a future title feud for sure.
Yes, I really do like the fact that Lyra is starting to embrace Crazy Bayley now that she understands how to get Crazy Bayley to Rage Bayley in the ring. And so she can manage that now. She understands, because the promo that they cut the previous Monday night, where Adam Pearce announced the tag team matchup, you know, and Bayley was starting to spiral. It's like, I don't know why I did it. I don't know why I challenged. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. What if we lose? And then Bayley just smacks her on the shoulder and does a very Bayley. But you know what, you idiot? What if we win?
You got that backwards. Bayley was firing Lyra. Lyra looked at Bayley and said, "What if we win?" And she smiled, and they ran off together.
Yeah, that's why I meant Lyra. Yeah, Lyra was the one that said, "What if we win?" And you know, in a very Bayley-esque way.
Oh yeah, so, I think that they're going to make long term. They're going to make.
But yeah, that main titles. Yeah, that main event, women's tag team championship, was just PLE worthy. That was fantastic. Just great. Everybody got to shine in that. And the striking combos from Lyra, the switch up pinning combinations from all four of them, the crowd lighting up the Fireflies for Alexa starting off. It was great. And I do have a question, because I saw on social media Alexis and Charlotte referred to as the Twisted Queens. Is that their official tag team name, because
not that I'm aware of.
yeah, because I that is just a marketing opportunity waiting to happen.
Yeah.
That is perfect. I mean, it's not like the mismatch of AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. Well, what are we going to call it when we wrestle with you?
That was
When
great.
we're tagging. Yeah, but
AJ Lee, nah.
yeah, doesn't work. But yeah, I think Twisted Queens is absolutely perfect for Alexa and Charlotte. And
Yes, 100%.
my only complaint about that match is we're back to trying to put neon colors on Lyra. We're back to trying to dress her up as a peacock rather than a raven.
Remember this. Remember this when making statements.
Yeah.
Those outfits are not forced on the talent. They have to approve of them. So she's liking what she's getting if she's continuing to wear it.
I know, which is kind of
so you give that a little bit of
Yeah, I know. But I want her to return to the Raven Queen persona that she started off with.
And she will, and what will happen is it'll she's a face right now. When it does happen, it'll signify a heel turn.
Yeah.
But we also had
attitude error tweener.
We also had another match that ended up leading to an interesting match at Saturday night's main event that we'll get to in a minute, where Penta and Rusev went at each other for the number one contendership for the Intercontinental title, and out of nowhere, El Grande Americano, Rayo Americano, and Bravo Americano attacked the two men.
Yep.
It was an interesting scenario.
Very interesting. And did Rusev? Oh yeah, it was no contest.
Yeah, it was a no contest.
I would kind of think that because the way that Penta and Rusev were looking at each other after the interference, I could see them doing a tagging together against Los Americanos.
We might see that down the road.
Yeah, down the road. Not right now. The more that we get interference from them. Yeah.
Because they're further in the storyline that they're working with Dominic Mysterio.
Right.
No, shush. You're not supposed to be making noise. Anyway, we also had Braun Breaker beat LA Knight with Paul Heyman, and Bronson Reed.
Yeah. LA Knight was just he was the megastar in there. And Braun won because he was the beast.
Yeah. Braun Breaker, think Brock Lesnar early 90s. Yeah. That's basically what they're trying to push Braun Breaker.
Exactly. Yeah.
And rightfully so. The kid's an athletic freak.
He is.
With the things he can do, the not the hurricane rod off the top rope, what is it called?
The Frankensteiner.
Yeah, they call it the Frankensteiner. But Breaker, but this is supposed to be a match that his defeat over LA Knight moves him closer to that World Heavyweight Championship match with Punk, which I believe.
Although, just LA Knight's the underdog here with gold. Okay, I want the man to win something,
and he will.
Yeah, I know.
And he will. Remember, and people may not like this fact, but remember, we had to wait 10 years for Kofi Kingston to win the WWE Championship, despite knowing that he deserved that championship shot and title run like years earlier. So give it time. Give it time. LA's on the cusp of y'all.
But I want it now.
I know. That's what a lot of the fans say. It's okay. Grab your binky and we're going to go lay down for nap time, okay?
What you talking about, you embryo?
All right, we also have Roxanne Perez knock off Nikki Bella. That was surprising to me. I figured with the way they're pushing Bella right now that Bella would get the win. But post-match, Raquel Rodriguez and Perez attempted to jump Bella, only to be rescued by the one and lovely Stephanie Becker.
Right. So role reversal of the previous week. I'm there for it, and that led into a tag team.
Yep. So I believe it's a tag team match coming up tomorrow night.
Yep.
And then Jimmy Uso confronted Jay backstage about his actions in the prior week's Battle Royal, but they reconciled. I think they keep hinting at this Uso versus Uso here. Adam Pearce also booked the tag team championship rematch between AJ Styles and Dragon Lee and the Judgment Day on this week's Raw.
Yeah.
So Raw was pretty good. What's up?
Also, you forgot JD McDonough beat Sheamus with interference.
Yeah, in a one-on-one match.
Yeah.
Yep. That was sneaky, but I hate to see Sheamus, but it's glad to see Sheamus putting over the younger talent. He's always been real good at that.
Yep.
All right, so didn't really watch SmackDown, but let's go over the quick results. Ilya Dragunov is going to continue the United States Championship Open Challenge. He defeated Nathan Perez this week. I'm assuming he's probably going to face Axiom next week. Carmelo Hayes defeated Kit Wilson. I didn't even know Kit Wilson was still with WWE. Y'all remember Kit Wilson is one half of Pretty Deadly. Alexa Bliss defeated Nia Jax.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Anyway, yes, that's what happens.
Put on your pre-show checklist. Turn off Amazon Dot.
But Miss Blissy getting the win over the big girl. I love it because she's deserving. She's real hot right now, and she's real hot in general. The MFTs, Tama Tonga and JC Mateo defeated the Motor City Machine Guns as they are on a collision course with the Wyatt Six for the tag team titles. Can't wait to see that. McIntyre and Rhodes did a contract signing. Of course, McIntyre powerbombs Rhodes through a table. Jay Cargill addresses why she turned on Tiffany, which is it really a turn?
Yeah. Yep.
I'll say yes. I'll say, let's see, the MFT's dominance. All right, The Miz attacked Carmelo Hayes after his victory over Kit Wilson. Alexa Bliss defeated Nia Jax with the distraction from her tag team partner, Charlotte Flair. Chelsea Green challenged Julia to a match for the WWE's Women's Championship. I guess we'll find out next week.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Stop listening. Julia, we'll find out if Julia accepts next week. Now, here's some things before we get into the event. Since you haven't seen the event, we won't get too deep into it for Saturday night's main event. I did want to talk about this. This is the one major thing to me that came out of Saturday night's main event. John Cena announced that there will be a 16-man tournament to find out who his final opponent will be on December 13th, starting this Monday on Raw. And he says the competitors can come from Raw, SmackDown, NXT, or even from outside the company.
Yeah.
I'm thinking probably like TNA, something like that.
Ring of Honor.
Japan.
Ring of Honor, New Japan.
Yeah. Well, Ring of Honor, I doubt it because Tony Khan, anything Tony Khan owns, I doubt that there's going to be a collaboration there. But there's other wrestlers from different places. Because remember, they do have the WWE ID program. So they do have cats that they could test and see if they're ready for, the big time by having them fill in slots in this tournament. But yeah, so this is interesting. Like very, very interesting. Any thoughts on this tournament?
I think it's kind of cool. Because it's a really unique way of extending the hype about John Cena's final match. And because there's so much speculation about who's it going to be. in there. I mean,
Yeah.
I severely doubt it, but hell, we could get The Rock or Stone Cold coming out of retirement to
Well,
to go
I
do.
doubt Stone Cold because I think after the Kevin Owens match, he said he was like done.
Yeah.
But you could get The Rock coming out of nowhere. You could get, but I think if you watch the promo, when you watch the actual PLE, you'll see, if you watch the promo, John Cena talks about wanting to give a young talent the same opportunity that he was given with the ruthless aggression segment against Kurt Angle on SmackDown. So I think we're gonna look for it to be somebody who's up and coming, like a Trick Williams, like an Obed Femi, somebody like that, so that Cena, because Cena's the type of guy that he believes in a lot of the older traditions in pro wrestling, and he definitely believes in the tradition about going out on your back, like, and putting over a younger talent that can elevate the business.
Leaving your boots in the ring.
I don't think Cena will be the one that decides who his final opponent is.
Right.
I think that'll be a Triple H and creative, because despite what everybody says about John Cena, everything that I've seen as far as behind the scenes stuff, either he's very protected in that regard, or he doesn't exercise. He might have as much creative control as he wants, but he doesn't exercise that creative control often. Like Triple H called and pitched the heel turn to Cena, and of course, if Cena didn't want to do it, it's his retirement run. They wouldn't have done it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But not because Cena holds so much power that we must bow to him.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a different game with him gone. To think we only got one more match, and again, he seems like one of those guys, kind of like Shawn Michaels, that like, if he says this is his retirement match and he's done, he's done.
Yeah.
He's done. He's got other shit he can do.
He's got a lot of other stuff he can do.
So it's a matter of him going out on his own terms, and I see him giving it to some young buck and putting him over on his way out the door.
I mean, I think that we were talking about Peacemaker not continuing on beyond season 2. I think that could be because of it's not anything from Cena or Gunn's issues. I think that it's just because there's so much uncertainty regarding Warner Brothers and the DC universe. I mean, are we going to get a new incoming management that's going to make changes in here? I think we're going to, when we see where the dust is going to settle and everything, what's going to happen going forward, and also DC doesn't want to get ahead of themselves the way that Marvel did with all the Disney Plus series. So I think that if anything, Cena is going to be Peacemaker again.
Oh yeah, he'll be seen as Peace. He's not done as Peacemaker at all.
Oh, no,
it's just the individual series is probably over.
Yeah. I wouldn't even say.
For right now.
For right now, yes.
Yeah.
But like I said, I want to think the dust settles. Cena's going to be back as Peacemaker once there is actual stability for once in the DC entertainment world.
Well, I'll say it like this. I think we're going to see him again in these upcoming movies and series. Like, I think that John Cena still has appearances on his deal with Warner Brothers playing Peacemaker. So we're not done with him yet. But I just think the Peacemaker series, we'll see, may be coming to an end. We'll see after somebody buys it. Because I doubt somebody's going to come in and be like, okay, one of the only profitable areas that we have. Okay, let's cut that and just start over. Like, no, I just don't see that.
You are not looking at this through master business associate degree logic. That's
I'm saying like basic business logic says you don't come in and cut one of the highest profiting divisions in your company. Like,
yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Who has done that?
Um,
You don't come in and do that. Like Disney didn't come into Marvel and shut everything down when they took over Marvel. Marvel was making money.
Yes, they did. After Disney bought Marvel, the X-Men line of comics was cut, canceled, ceased production.
Yeah, because it hasn't been doing that well over the past decade.
No. The reason was because the publisher, Ike Perlmutter, didn't want free advertising to Fox because Fox owned X-Men, and that's why Inhumans got the push.
Okay, but that's not going to be the case with whoever buys Warner Brothers. Like again,
I will never underestimate corporate stupidity.
I don't disagree with your point there. I just don't think that somebody's going to walk into Warner Brothers, look at the DCU, and go, "That's what we need to get rid of." Like I said, there's a lot of other things that they can cut the fat on. Okay, they can cut the fat on. But needless to say, back to wrestling. Is we had Jade Cargill defeat Tiffany Stratton finally for the women's world for WWE women's title, and I thought it was a well-due victory. I think they gave Tiffany a great excuse for eating the loss. I believe this was probably supposed to happen at WrestleMania for some odd reason, and it didn't. But here we sit with a random Saturday night's main event and our new women's champion, Jade Cargill.
Yep.
Loving every minute of it. Cody Rhodes retained his WWE Championship, his undisputed WWE Championship against Drew McIntyre in what was a brutal match. I don't know how it all of a sudden was changed to a no DQ match. But it was a no DQ match for some reason. And so they were able to beat the living snot out of each other.
Yeah.
And Cody just beat him a little bit more.
Yeah.
And for those idiots that don't get it, Cody sold it when the leg was supposed to be at its worst. He sold it his worst, and then the leg got better. He got one more stable footing. It's not that he was selling and then no selling. Anyway, we also had a very interesting triple threat match, and this was the match I was referring to earlier at Raw between Mysterio, Penta, and Rusev. And the winner, unfortunately, was Mysterio, who retains his championship and is still a double champion. God damn it! Somebody take one of them damn championships off.
God damn it!
What's up?
I mean, I don't understand. Well, I don't know. I don't understand Dom. I mean, I'm not knocking his ability, Dom's ability. He is a great wrestler, great luchador. I just don't see how he's gotten over the crowd. They love him, but he's doing Eddie Guerrero's shtick, but he keeps messing it up.
I don't think he's messing it up. I think he's making it his own. Like it's the Eddie Guerrero shtick, but he's not supposed to be Eddie Guerrero. He's basically supposed to be like the modern day version of Eddie, what we would think Eddie Guerrero's son would have been, even though he's not really Eddie Guerrero's son. Maybe I don't know. Ray won the ladder match. So anyway,
well, actually, I looked up Dom's Wikipedia entry, and he actually is Rey Mysterio's son by one of Rey's wives.
Yeah. It's just a running joke. All right, and then we closed the show with a very emotional and epic match. I thought it was an epic match between CM Punk and Jey Uso for the vacant World Heavyweight Championship, and of course now your new champion, the best in the world, CM Punk. So I don't know. I'm all for this. Not that Jay doesn't deserve another title winner. He will get his.
He definitely does. Yeah, he's going to get. Punk is next year it's AJ Styles retiring. I would say 2027 is going to be Punk's Swan Song year.
Probably.
Yeah.
Maybe it depends on what we watch him do.
Yeah.
Like if he does a bunch of good stuff between now and then, I could see him calling it quits in 2027.
Yeah. But yeah, love to see Punk on top in there. Yeah, he is my boy off the main roster.
All right, so now we'll jump into real quick official update on Mr. Mike Rotunda. There was rumors that he was
in hospice care.
Those rumors have been shut down by his daughter. He is in a physical rehab center, but he is not in hospice.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's still serious, but not as bad as hospice care. Apparently, he had a a cardiac arrest in September that put him in a coma for about a week or so. And so he is in a physical rehabilitation facility recovering from all that.
Gotcha.
So I'm glad that he is, recovering on that. Part of the 80s legends, him and Mike Rotunda as IRS, along with Ted DiBiase and Virgil.
They're amazing.
I've had the fortune to actually meet Ted DiBiase at conventions, and he is just an absolutely lovely, fantastic guy.
Nice.
I haven't met Mike Rotunda yet. Virgil, I'm not going to say anything bad about him because I know he has had a really hard road in life.
Yeah.
And his convention appearances kind of reflect that.
Gotcha.
Him and Lou Ferrigno are the grumpy stars at the convention.
Gotcha.
I'll say it that way, but still love them all. But yeah, we really hope that they get together, that they get healed. He heals up real fast. But yeah, and one other thing,
our tax man.
I will be putting it on our Facebook page later, but the WWE stars had some fantastic costumes for Halloween this year, ranging from CM Punk and AJ Lee going as Destro and the Baroness, to me making the comment of, wait a minute, that's Cobra Commander with Seth Rollins music. What the hell?
Hilarious.
Drew McIntyre and his wife dressed up as the twins from The Shining. So if you ever want to see Drew McIntyre in a pastel blue girls pinafore dress, and patent leather shoes, that was fantastic.
Not something I want to see. Not something I want to see at all.
My favorite actually was I Show Speed as the Dark Flash. It's really, the Black Flash, but we're not going to get into that. But the undead one with the skull and everything like that, and I'm like, dude, that's not a costume. I Show Speed is actually undead. He was killed by that spear at the Royal Rumble. That's how he actually looks now.
All right, so we'll close this segment on that, and we will hit you with the question that we didn't hit you with at the beginning. No time to think about this one. Lightning round. Before becoming known as the Ultimate Warrior, Jim Hellwig wrestled under what ring name as part of the tag team The Blade Runners with Sting? Ironically, if you had just thrown a random name out there, you probably would have got it because the name was Brock. All right, so then that's going to lead us into our last segment.
It doesn't matter what I was thinking.
Right, so we'll open this week to give you this one with the last one to give you a little time to think about it. No lightning round here.
Yeah.
During Hulk Hogan's first WWF Championship reign, which legendary heel was the first to challenge him for the title on WWF television after his win over the Iron Sheik in 1984?
Okay.
Think about it for a minute. You probably won't ever get it. But let's get to some video game stories.
Yes.
All right.
Well,
Nintendo and Pokemon's monster capture patent rejected may signal problems for their Power World lawsuit. How is that?
Yes. Well, most of this is going to be video game legal news, but it's still video game news. So, Pokemon Company, we all know Power World. It's Pokemon with survival mechanics and guns.
Mm-hmm.
But the Japanese court declared that Pokemon's lawsuit, which was based around the mechanics of monster capture and summoning, it lacked originality. It was overly broad. And so Pokemon Company has to go back to the drawing board if they want to continue litigation against Pal World.
Really now?
Yeah.
Yep. Well, that's what the courts are there for, right?
Yep. Nintendo, back in September 2024, Nintendo and the Pokemon Company officially announced they were filing a patent infringement lawsuit in Japan against Pocket Pair's open world survivor game, Pal World. The case involves 3 main patents granted by the JPO, 2 related to monster capture and release, and 1 related to writing characters. Okay, so this. Then again, the Japanese patent office is no stranger to reevaluating their decisions and saying, oops, we got it wrong. See the whole Harmony Gold, FASA, Robotech debacle that went on for 40 goddamn years before the JPO said, oh, yeah, we actually kind of got this wrong because it looks like, according to the original contracts, Studio Nue should have had this, and So, yeah.
Yep. Well, that's one loss for Nintendo.
Yeah, Nintendo had the patents dating back to 2021.
Wow.
Yeah.
And next up in video game news, we have Nintendo wins the lawsuit against the pirate who boasted, you might run a corporation, but I run the streets.
Yeah, not so much, bro. Not so much. So this was, let me close out the, where's the, close that button? No, I don't want to look at it. Where is the article, damn it?
Sorry, it looks like I messed it up.
Oh, no. Yeah, it's just all.
It's a legend. It's a what you call it.
Yeah, Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. Okay, but so what happened is a pirate, YouTube pirate, who would get early access to games and then stream them, put them on PvP servers, and who had been threatened by Nintendo because Nintendo really don't like that.
Yeah, no.
And responded, it's like, you guys were, yeah, you can't do anything to me. You guys run here it is. I've got the IGN link, found it.
Okay.
Okay, the pirate Jesse Every Game Guru Kayan infamously wrote to Nintendo boasting that he had 1,000 burner channels to stream from and threatened to continue to use them, saying he could do this all day, which is copyright infringement against Captain America. Yeah, you might run the corporation, but I run the streets. Now, he only has to pay 17,500 in damages. That's really not bad. So yeah, this guy would pirate game and live stream playing them ahead of the release dates.
That's insane.
Yeah. So obtained and streamed leaked Nintendo games at least 50 times since 2022. And provided links to the Yuzu and Ryujinx emulators for viewers.
Damn.
Yeah. So
that's why I purchase all my games, people.
Yes. So the court did not agree to issue an injunction against anonymous third parties or order the destruction of the devices Keyan used to circumvent Nintendo's piracy systems, saying the demand was unclear and unreasonable without knowing who those third parties were or what the circumvention devices specifically are. Okay. So yeah, decent victory for Nintendo in that against digital piracy.
Thank you. All right, and now we move on to the Japanese Patent Office rejects one of Nintendo Pokemon's patent applications for being too similar to Ark, Monster Hunter, and embarrassingly Pokemon Go.
That's what we did too originally.
Okay, so then never mind.
Yes. We're now on to the Horizon lawsuit.
Yes. Talk to us.
Okay, so as we know, Sony and Tencent are going at hammer and tongs over Tencent's knockoff of Horizon called Light of Motiram, where if you look at it, the aesthetics, the character designs, yeah, this is Horizon Zero Dawn with the serial numbers filed off. Well, Sony's asking for a preliminary injunction against Tencent to stop the pre-release of Light of Motorum. Okay. Yeah, Sony accused Tencent of developing a knockoff game of Horizon Zero Dawn so blatant that the public loudly decried the obvious and pervasive copying of Horizon's protected elements, claiming the release would jeopardize Horizon's continued success, including current expansion plans for the franchise.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Light of Motiram takes place in a post-apocalyptic world overrun by giant robot dinosaurs who roam large natural environments such as tropical forests, deserts, and snowy mountains. Both games even feature red-haired women protagonists that wear very similar outfits and attires and devices to Aloy's Focus. After Sony filed the lawsuit alleging the copyright infringement, Tencent updated Light of Motiram Steam page and swapped out a number of screenshots, including its cover image, before responding to Sony's lawsuit by claiming it was only making use of well-trodden tropes and suggesting the PlayStation maker's own game was too similar to Enslaved Odyssey to the West. Counter lawsuit from Tencent accusing Sony of overreaching, highlighting other game franchises with similar elements, such as Legend of Zelda and Far Cry. but Sony has dismissed the response as nonsense, insisting the damage is done and it continues. I mean, not to get offensive here, but a Chinese company making knockoff of a known Japanese product.
Wow. Yeah, it can be said.
It's. I'm just saying, you know. Yeah.
All right. So let's see.
Yeah.
Anything else on the board? Oh yeah, we have the late one that you put in late. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Okay, so the ones that I put in late. Let me go back to.
Well, the one that you put in today, the one that you talked about at the beginning of the show.
Right. Okay. So really, we should have had this last segment, but Playmobil, everyone's favorite German happy fun time action figures. They just announced that they have a global licensing partnership with the WWE. And so we're going to get
WWE.
So we're going to get Playmobil versions of Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, Rhea Ripley, and the Hulkster.
There you go.
In fact, the picture from the article, it actually has those four in there. Just looking, Hulk in his classic yellow togs, Drew McIntyre looking angry, Cody Rhodes looking stern in his red and white stripe V-togs, and Rhea Ripley in her usual bra and corselet togs.
There you go.
Yep.
That's what they're gonna look like, y'all.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out for them. I love the little Ulapala.
That would be awesome if Roman Reigns came with the Ulafala.
That would be super dope.
Yeah, I mean, I used to have Playmobil. I loved it. Remember the Cowboys and Indians where they had the bandoleros that you could snap onto the figures that actually had holsters where you could put their guns in? Yeah.
That's super dope.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Man,
Great.
You know where I see most of the stuff I used to play with as a child? Comic book men.
eBay.
Normally being sold for more money than I ever knew it was worth before.
Exactly. Dude.
But all right, so let's.
Wait. This Lego set is only 10 years old. What do you mean that it's like $1,500 now? You don't even make it anymore.
Oh, I cry when I think about how many He-Mans and Skeletors and Castle Grayskulls were sold for, and I had every single one of those things and tore it apart.
Yep.
Tore it apart. All right.
Same in here, yeah.
So you've had all the time to think about it.
Yep.
So before becoming known as the Ultimate Warrior. Oh no, wait a minute.
So yeah, we already did that.
All right, hold on. Here we go. During Hulk Hogan's first championship reign, which legendary heel was the first to challenge him for the WWF title on television after his win over the Iron Sheik?
I'm going to go with Andre the Giant.
Close. Dr. D. David Schultz. No clue who he is myself. All right, yeah, I'm embarrassed about that. All right, so that will take us into our final segment of the day, which is all. All right. So, Mr. Runskaya, fill us in on where we can find you next.
You can find me next at the usual time for the night shift, midnight to whenever I start falling asleep Pacific. I am trying to finish up Horizon Zero Dawn, which we just talked about. Trying to finish up that playthrough of the main content tonight. I'm literally on the final mission, which would leave me with only trying to finish off the content in Frozen Wilds, which we'll see if I can pull that off Monday night. Then I have a week off for my annual gaming convention, which means I will be, after Monday night, I will not be back on the night shift until, Friday the 14th.
Friday the 14th.
We'll be back to Fallout 76.
Right.
And which means that also on Sunday the 16th, if I have finished Horizon Zero Dawn, I'll be starting up Horizon Forbidden West content.
Okay. Well, thank you for letting us know. Keep track of the night shift over on Twitch if you're a YouTube channel.
Also, when I'm back from the convention, I'm going to start daytime streaming.
There you go. So look
on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I'll have more information about that later.
All right. So for me, it's going to be, you can catch me as always in about 2 hours on the Classroom. This week we have a full roster with Suave and O'Malley confirming that they'll be there. So we're going to be talking that big World Series win by the Dodgers and one of the most epic Game 7s since the Cubs and Guardians played for the World Series back in, I believe it was like 2015 or so. 2020,
like that, yeah.
So we're going to be talking about that, and we're going to be talking about NFL Week 10 action or Week 9 action. So be sure to join us at 6 o'clock. And then as for me, video game, I'm actually probably going to be debuting doing a makeup stream for Missing Saturday, Retro Saturday. I'm going to be doing a Retro Saturday No Man's Sky stream probably tomorrow morning, depending on how time goes. If not, then I'll be back on Tuesday with College Football 25 from EA Sports. And yes, Wood, you should put us in your notifications so that way you can know when we're on. Because we are closing it out right here, right now. I want to thank you to all who tapped in. Tracy69XXX, sorry you couldn't make it, Saint. Maybe next week. And Wood, thanks for tapping in a little late. But the episode will be here for anybody to watch. So just catch us on the flip side. You guys stay up, stay real, and peace.